Time's up. Let's do this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Storm Hall's second part of the show. Here we have the podcast between the team captains as well as some of the team members here. And by tradition, the winning team will bring two members to this conversation, just so we can outnumber the losing team. It's just the way it is since the first episode, so we might as well let it go along the way. But yeah, so here we have, I'm Babel, by the way, in case you guys just tune in. And I'm the host and shoutcaster for this show. So, hope you guys enjoy the cast. Without further ado, let me also introduce the guest for today. And we have with us Cerebro from Cow Level Gaming, as well as Vexy and Ray from Candy. So, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Abel?
Hi, doing good.
Right. So, in case you guys are wondering where their faces, I think that they don't have webcam. That's why their faces are not shown yet. But in case, guys, you got webcam, don't be shy. Just turn it on, and I can quickly just do my setting, and you guys can have your face all over stream. All right. So without further ado, let me just talk to Cerebro first. So, dude, how does it feel now? How do you feel now?
Well, I'm not really sure what to feel. I mean, we just got 3-0 by, well, as we all see, it's we got 3-0 by a better team. I mean, for those who watched, obviously you've seen what the problem is on our team, but I'm not going to talk into that. We're here to talk about how great Candy performed in this match.
Okay, that's good. Also, maybe you can just run us down some of your history into Cow Level Gaming. I understand you guys took part in King of the Storm before, and you guys actually had some success there, winning against another team. So, how's Heroes of the Storm been treating you guys?
Well, I mean, we love the game, obviously. We just didn't have like enough preparation. I mean, we do have like a lot of time, but I believe most of the members are already working or in school or whatever. Anyway, about the stint that we have in Kings of the Storm, it's just like something like we tried that. We just proposed that, oh guys, you want to play there, and it's just like everybody agreed, and yeah, we tried it out. I mean, we didn't expect to win or whatnot, but yeah, we'll take the win.
Right, nice. And how's the tournament experience? Were you guys happy that you were able to win another team, or you guys are really like going for the win the whole thing, or what's it like?
Well, right now, like I said earlier, we didn't expect to win. We just wanted the experience of how the tournament format goes in Heroes of the Storm. Luckily, we got a win there, and then of course we know what happened next. Team Liquid basically destroyed us, but yeah, we're just in it for the experience for now. The wins will come in later.
Nice. And all right. So how long have you guys been playing Heroes of the Storm? And maybe you could just let me know if any of your members in the team, I understand some of them have been playing League competitively. I'm not sure if that information is true. So maybe you could just walk us through your team, and maybe the viewers will have a better understanding.
So I believe the most popular member of our group is Arcantiel, Jude Lopez. He is a shoutcaster for Mineski in StarCraft 2 here in the Philippines. So most of the people know him by that. I myself have been playing League of Legends for quite a while, reached Diamond 1, and then I actually it's me and Arichi who went from League of Legends onto Hero of the Storm. I still am actively playing Ultra Street Fighter 4 actually, but I put that aside for Heroes. And most of us have been playing for like 3 months now, but we usually play like queues and solo queues, but never like as a team.
I see. All right. And right. So that's it. You have a shoutcaster there, and it just sounds like you guys have a very fun mixture for a team. And I understand you guys have been doing scrims. Are you the only team in the Philippines, actually?
Actually, there are 2 teams in the Philippines, but the thing is, Yannex and Tonkrus all actually has a team, but they consist of two Filipino members and then 2 Singaporean members, and then one is like a swing for them. So I'm not really sure who their 5th member is, but I guess you can account that as a second Philippine team. But as
Right.
far as all Filipino team, we're the first one.
I see. And I actually have got a request from them to join the show as well, and I think they're coming on next week or the week after. Not really sure, but I have to check through the schedule again and check with the rest of my team. But yeah, that's good. I'm really happy to have this. I mean, Cerebro, we go way back in Hearthstone, and we talk about maybe just doing something for the community, and that's why this show came about. It's really just to showcase SG versus PH, and so here we have it. I didn't play, but well, Singapore still won, and I'm pretty sure you guys will improve over time to beat us again. That's it.
Yeah,
I understand that. I understand that you're just taking the rest of your team to try and regroup, right?
Excuse me?
Like regroup your team and maybe rebrand, change the name, or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. So we agreed to change the name. Actually, it is only I that proposed Cal Level Gaming because nobody else can pick a name, and then they just agreed to it. But right now, we've already agreed to get a new name. But we're going to be from here on out, we're going to be named as the Hot Boys.
Hot Boys. Yeah, sounds good, man. I actually like the name a lot more. Candy, how do you think that name sounds like as compared to your own team name? Ray or Vexy, whoever.
Sorry, what? Again?
How do you think Hot Boys sound as compared to your own team name?
Um, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The silence says it all, I guess.
All right. Well, last week we talked about Candy's team and the reason why it came to be known as Team Candy. So, I understand that the team is very new, but you guys have been so good. So, without further ado, let's just talk a little bit more about, the games that we had for today, and that's where I would expect, maybe some questions, some answers, and maybe a little bit more insights into the draft once again. Last week, I think that the chat that I had with Ray and I think it was Loonchop was very insightful when it comes to the draft. So maybe the viewers will also benefit. So here we have with us the draft for the first game. And in this game, it's the first ban actually went to Call Level Gaming. We had the map being picked by Candy to be Cursed Hollow. So, Cerebro, was the Tasada a respect ban against Candy?
Well, it kind of is. We actually plan to do the zero to the exact picks that we used against Ad Victorium and Kings of the Storm, but unfortunately we couldn't get the zero tool pick. So yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, usually we just go for whoever is really strong, and Tassadar and Nova are pretty strong at the moment, so we ban them out. But it's also respect pick, of course.
I see. And the Nova was being banned despite Hasada being banned. Was that in anticipation against Vexy?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we watched Vexy in his last game, and he's very, very good mechanically. So we also, we actually all of us were really looking forward to Vexy having a good game, and that's why most of the focus of our gangs actually were on the bottom also, kind of like theirs actually. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, that said, you sound like you're ready to hand your ass to Vexy. But Vexy, how do you feel hearing that from your opponents?
I'm flattered, definitely. I think I think they did well. I mean, the matches, it really all came down to the draft. I think Ray did a good job with the drafting, and like it just by the draft alone, I think we had a huge advantage really.
Right. So, now to Candy. You guys ban the same two heroes for the entire series. It's Zaratu and Uther. Ray, can you please explain to me why these two bans specifically against Cow Level Gaming?
Okay, one was because I know they play Zero 2, and but that's not the entire reason. Because Zero 2 is like even in our previous matches, we also banned Zero 2 against the Chop's team.
Yep.
But not every game. Yeah, but Zero 2 is a hero that's capable of like turning around team fights by himself with a well-placed Void Prison. So we just didn't want to give them the option, like the chance to let that happen, to make that happen. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And Uther?
Uther. Well, if you want to know why Uther, it's because, okay, besides him being the strong and probably the best support in game at the moment, it's cause Uther's off free rotation this week. Like we use Uther like almost every game we could get our hands on him, last week. Yeah, but Uther's off free rotation and Kero didn't farm up enough gold to buy Uther this week.
Oh, so that's the reason. It's because it's on free rotation, and you guys were just like, you know what, just gonna ban out. It's a budget issue there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
That's nice.
like, yes, I'm gonna pick Uther. Then Kero was like, I haven't bought him. Like, what? Like, okay.
Ben.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the
Well,
reason. But
that makes the both of us get. Yeah, that makes the both of us actually. Yeah, our support also didn't have Uther.
Ah, okay, yeah. So it didn't matter then. The Uther ban.
oh, okay. So that's it. If Kira actually had Uther, you definitely would have banned something else. What would that be roughly?
Probably Tyrael or Arthas.
Okay.
Probably
Speaking
one
of
of these two.
Speaking of Arthas, Cerebro, I think that you had, who was it that played Arthas for the first and the third game? But for both games, the Arthas went for Syndragosa, and that didn't really work out. He wasn't tanky enough, and generally you had Kerrigan that was just being very ambitious in front of Arthas the whole time. It's so hard to hold her back, but do you think that it would be a talent issue going into the first game, the reason that you lost, or rather it's because of execution?
I believe it's the pre-level 10 that we mostly struggled. It's actually my call to have Arthas pick Syndragosa instead of Army of the Dead because their lineup mostly consists of two siegers like what do you call this, Falstad and a Zebo. So we need something to slow them and reach them. And yeah, that's basically. Actually, I was anticipating Putrid Bile, so that Putrid. Yeah, we were anticipating Putrid Bile, but that wasn't the case. So, and yeah, like I said, before even level 10 mattered, we were already down by a level. So, yeah.
Okay. And so far the draft coming out, I understand that you are the drafter, right, Cerebro, for your team?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
All right. Can you let us know, for the first game, specifically for the first game, you decided to go for Kerrigan and Tychus with Rega as support. This actually, to me, felt like the best draft that you could actually come up with against Kenny's team, because they didn't have Tyrael, you guys had Tyrael. They actually had to pick Nazeebo, and I felt like you guys actually had a very good chance of winning the first game, very good shot, but the draft was fine. So maybe you can let us know why you picked up two damage dealer, two assassin, and two tanks, and how did that work out for you?
Well, I actually agree that this is our best chance of winning because we were anticipating Falstad, so we had to pick somebody who can dive onto him because we're really worried about Falstad dealing damage and being safe while doing it. So that's why we picked Kerrigan and Tyrael. About Rhaegar though, I'm not. I think I forgot why we picked Rhaegar, but I believe we're working on a Bloodlust comp. But yeah, what happened was pre-10 we were already down by level, so they got into level 10 first, and they just snowballed from there, and we couldn't do our game plan.
Right. And for Ray, this game is, this draft really just shout out to me the fact that you know your team very well, because well, this draft is not the standard draft that we discussed last week, right? We've got a Bright Wing, we've got Nazeebo. We've talked about him, I don't know if it's a him or her, but we've talked about it. And this guy is probably an assassin to you. So in this lineup, how did you actually manage to win that game? I actually thought that, this game was heavily favored against you guys. So why the draft, and maybe let us know what are your secret tech?
okay, wait, hang on. Wait, they got Tyrael. Got... Yeah, okay, so once we saw Taichus Rhaegar, so we were like, just, is when you see these two, you can only think of one thing, is Bloodlust Odin. Guaranteed. If you pick these two and you don't do Bloodlust Odin, then something's wrong with you. Right? So we were expecting, and plus the Tyrael, so we were expecting a very aggro. We were expecting them to be very aggro and just rush us hard, going for hard engage. So we didn't know about the Arthas Kerrigan yet, but then because from the first three, we I more or less guessed what's their overall game plan. So after that, we went for Stitches, because like I say, on big map, Stitches is very good, especially on Curse as well, because it's a big map, but there's a lot of path blockers that you can hook over, and once you hook one guy over a path blocker, then his team can't help him, right? And Brightwing is basically, Emerald Wind is the counter to face rush lineups.
Right. So you picked Stitches and Brightwing to box them out, and it worked out well. But what I think actually worked out very well was the Felstead. There was so many times the shock and all just completely deleted, Cal Level Gaming members off that map. Really just delete. It was like so far away, one straight line, everyone took the damage. And
yeah, it's because of the layout of the map. Like you're pretty much forced into a line in most areas around the tributes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So this draft is actually quite legit, right? Coming from you guys. Is it the standard draft that, and what I'm meaning to ask is it a standard draft you run against any other team, or it's a draft specifically used to counter against the Bloodlust Odin combo?
It's not so much against Bloodlust Odin, it's more against Tyrael Kerrigan Arthas. Yeah. Because you see Tyrael and you see Kerrigan, there's more or less only one real way that you can play this lineup in a team fight. You have to rush. You have to rush your face. So that's the main reason.
Right. And now we move on to the second game. In this second game, the map was being picked by Cerebro. You guys actually had a very interesting draft here for the second game, and I thought that maybe you could actually let us know. So for the betting side, it's pretty standard. In the first draft, you guys had the first pick, which is why you're able to go and pick Tyrael up first, and I think that griefed Ray a bit there. But the second game, you guys banned out Tasada and Tyrael. Did you foresee the first pick Nova?
No, not at all. I was anticipating that they'll pick. There are two things that actually surprised me. The first thing is they picked Nova. We were anticipating Tyrael to be picked. That's why we banned him. And the second pick, the second hero that we were surprised that has been picked is Brightwing, actually, because Haunted Mines is a really small map, and we figured that her teleporting all over the place wouldn't matter because the map is so small anyway. So we're kind of surprised that they picked Brightwing, but looking at the composition, it made so much sense.
Right. And here I think it's interesting to see that you guys picked up Gaslow, which actually made me very excited. Gaslow in this map, maybe you can let us know the rationale why?
Okay, so the way we go to Haunted Mines is that we go on a 1-4 lane. Gaslow usually takes up the one lane because he's very he can repel all the pushes in case he gets the more people on his lane. So he's basically a safe laner. And aside from that, that's basically it. And Gaslow is Irichi's best character. So as much as possible, we want to work around compositions that revolve around Gaslow.
I see. And so far, I think it worked out well until the point where the first mines opened and then everything just went downhill. One thing interesting to see is that Ray, your Diablo decided to go for Lightning Breath.
Yep.
Any particular reason why?
Pretty much the same reason, because once you see Arthas Kerrigan, they have to rush face. So that was the reason for Brightwing, that was the reason for Diablo. Because if you rush face and Diablo just channels
Lightning Breath, like they're gonna rush for Righteous, most of the time, or they might go for try to delete the Brightwing ASAP before Emerald win. But if Diablo just stands there and channels Lightning Breath, you eat the damage and lose at least half to 3/4 of your health, or you have to back out and you do nothing during the 4 seconds of Lightning Breath. And you cannot stop Lightning Breath. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'd like to point out, Vexy, your Nova in this game, really too much. You never give face.
It's I guess Nova is my most played hero, so I'm most comfortable with her.
You know, the first Golem came out. That was like, I think level 10. I think it's about 10 minutes plus into the game. You weren't even there. You were all the way down fighting Gaslow, and then I see the Precision Strike land 2. You guys from level 10 jump to level 11.
Yeah, I think, I mean, with Precision Strike, it's too, given it's a map wide kind of ultimate. I think you have to be aware, like you cannot just tunnel vision. Like if I was fighting Gaslow and they were up there without the Precision Strike, like it may or may not have changed the tide of the battle. So like, I mean, if you as Nova, you don't really bring consistent like DPS to your team fights. Like you're really just a all-out burst character. So like by doing that, I essentially made the 4v5 up top. Like I mean the 4v4 into a 4v5. Like because just because of my ultimate, like it kind of pulled the tide to my team's favor like a lot more.
Yeah, I think it was very well done. You also picked off Malfurion and some other weird guys by themselves, which I think was half the time Irichi. So maybe Irichi in the chat there will understand that you were just really killing Gaslow for fun. But I'd like to point out also, Candy did very well in this game. Candy as Diablo, he overpowered Arthas twice and once on Feldstedt, and those are neat position. Like that guy was like in front and he just pulled them all the way to the center of the team, pushed him back, and the 4 of you just devoured that guy. So I think Candy did a great job in this map. I feel that yeah, the draft is pretty good. Cerebral, what do you think of the draft from both sides? Do you think that you straight up, because of this draft, you have a higher win rate, or do you think that you guys were already disadvantaged because of that Nova surprise pick?
Well, we're actually fine with Nova getting picked, but to be honest, I'm not really happy with the way we got our heroes actually, because number one, I usually do assassins that are ranged. So I mean, I know how to play Kerrigan, but it's not something in my comfort zone to be like the ganker. I'm usually like the laner and the assassin. I actually was set to play Falstad, but due to like character shortages, I had to play Kerrigan instead. But I feel that we're 50-50 with the picks, to be honest. It's just pretend their mechanics is just outstanding, and that's something that we need to work around.
Nice. And maybe you can let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just
oh,
go on.
Sorry.
First.
Sorry. I just remembered that actually though the one person that's for me or for us that has been a thorn in our lineup is actually Brightwing. Those emerald heroics are really good, and we could just get into what we want to do.
Right. That explains why you banned Brightwing in the third game. But maybe you can let me know, in this game you picked up Malfurion. Is Malfurion a very staple support for your team? Because it's not the case on Ray's side. I know for sure they would pick Tasada over Malfurion any day. So why would you go for Malfurion?
Well, actually, we only have like a few options for support. There's Uther, which has been banned, and we were trying to work on the wombo combo thing that we did in Kings of the Storm. So the best one that fits the bill is Malfurion, so we went with him.
I see. Okay, so really the difference is that pre-10 was the main reason why you lost all 3 games?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, and now let's talk about the third game and the final game here. This was a steamroll, but I think the draft is still very nice. we got standard bans again from Candy. That's just boring. Let's just not talk about it again. And we have Car Level Gaming banning out Brightwing. So Kiro must have felt very happy that he's getting some attention from you guys. And Nova, of course, you don't want to make the same mistake again. Vexy greening now also. So those bans I think are very good. But here I think first pick was coming from Candy. You guys sure would have expected a Tasada, right?
Right?
No, I mean for Cerebro. You guys.
Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And then you follow up with the Tyrael and Tychus. Tyrael and Tychus, again, are you really that confident with Tyrael? That brings me to the question, because I saw Arcantel in both games, and personally I played Tyrael and I feel like it's not enough Tyrael.
Well,
it's just a personal thing, you know. It's like seeing your favorite hero, Iron Man, getting squashed in Avenger, and you're like, what the hell? That kind of feeling.
Okay, to be completely honest, the third game is actually just us going with our comfort picks. Since we're the writing is basically on the wall that we're going to list the third game anyway. So we just went in what we wanted to play as. And actually, Arcantiel wanted to pick ETC, but he went with Tyrael anyway.
Oh, okay. So it's not like he's confident with Tyrael, but he would like to play Tyrael as part of the showcase. I really respect that. That's good. Right, and it's interesting to see that between the second and third game, you guys switched for Felstad and Tychus for the second game, and third game you guys went back to Tychus again. Is there a reason for this?
Kalistro wanted to play Tychus actually. That's basically what happens. That we're basically needing damage, and Tychus was the one that Kalistro wanted to play as, so we gave it to him. And actually, we were waiting for Gazlo to be picked on the last set again, but we wanted to surprise people. Surprise them with other picks, but we couldn't find any, so we just went with Gazlo and the other pick.
Oh, okay, I see. And Ray, this draft is, we talked about this post, I think, game start. You have the Bloodlust Archon on this one, and we saw the damage. It was crazy. And Maki by now would be very bored, because every single game he plays with you guys, he needs to play Anubarak. And I realized that, he's been playing Anubarak forever.
He likes it.
Now he's gonna start cursing at me and saying, "Oh, a lot of people say shit about me again." But Cerebro, have you ever wondered if Anubarak is a factor to ban out, or he's just not striking enough?
Well, we're fine with Anubarak, to be honest. I believe that it is not something that we should be concerned about. We're more concerned about the Brightwing and the Nova, the Nova picks. We felt that we can handle Anubarak, but I'm not really sure what to say.
Right. So I think that the last game was very, very steamrollish, and maybe you guys were just prepared that, to let it go. But anyway, very good performance from both of you guys. I think that I'm very happy that, Cerebro, you took up the challenge and you're here competing as compared to me just casting. I kinda just took the easy way out. But yeah, so that said, will we still see more of you guys, more of Hot Boys in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're still going to play after this. I mean, we were going to review all the games. Mm-hmm. We definitely want to improve, and we want to go back, and hopefully the next time we're here, we're vastly improved, and we can face Candy again.
Oh, I'm sure Ray has got something to say with regards to that.
Yeah, and one thing that I really want to say is that in the third game, I really wanted to play Illidan, but seeing their lineup, seeing their lineup and our current lineup, I just felt that Sonya would fit in better for our team. So, but I really wanted to play Illidan this set.
Yeah, I mean, for all three games, in fact, Car Level Gaming Straff has been very big of that wombo combo. You have that Tyrael Judgment, you have that Sonya Leap, that Graph Bomb, But so far, haven't really had the chance to see those execution. And it could be because that you have Candy just over-leveling every single time in those fight.
Yeah, agreed.
Right, so maybe if you guys can work on the early game, it definitely would be a lot better. And for Ray, are you there, Ray? Fell asleep already?
No, okay.
Okay, right. So maybe you guys can let us know now. What are some of the direction for Candy? You guys won against Team Can. You won in the show match at the offline event, and you won tonight again. You guys haven't dropped a single game on screen. That's actually 100% win ratio in terms of televised games. How do you feel?
Feel quite okay. We are careful not to let it go to our head, because there's like
Too late.
but no, I mean, okay. What we want next is we actually want to try to play with American teams, but it's really hard because of scheduling. So we might try to get into one of the future Kings of the Storm weeklies, but it starts at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. So yeah, we have to see who can make it on and who's willing to stay up.
Yeah, man.
Then other than that, I got myself into the big NA Skype group with all the NA teams, and yeah. So maybe tomorrow or this Sunday we'll try to get some scrims with NA teams if they're willing to scrim us, because they might think that, you guys are gonna play on 200 ping, you guys are gonna suck, you're not worth our time. So hopefully we can find someone willing to scrim us.
Yeah, I think the ping is a big issue, which is why so far it's very hard to get any teams to even be a part of the show, because they think that the server is definitely going to be a part of the. I think it's still in the work.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're still in alpha after all.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a very good direction for Candy. Vexy, there's a question from a very very wild fan of yours. Why are you so pro?
And that's from Jaxie. Shoutouts to her. She just play more, I guess.
Just play more, says Vexy. Play more and your Nova is gonna be better. Right. I wish it's the same for me, but apparently playing more does not equate to better performance for me. That's just out of the question. So I guess I really enjoyed tonight's games, man, guys. Really well done. So I guess that's it. We can go and do our shoutouts now. Let's start with Cerebro. Shoutouts from your side.
Okay, shoutouts to all the Filipino players of Heroes of the Storm. First, we'd like to apologize for our performance. It's not really the best that we've performed. I hope you still support the game, and we'll do our very best next time. Hopefully, next time won't be as disastrous as this one. We did try our best, but yeah, Candy is just really the better team, the much better team. And yeah, I guess that's all. Shoutouts to Judes, Arcantiel, Erichi, Calistro, Pobs, Nikki, Eisenhart, and oh yeah, shoutouts to Yannick too. Thank you for the private chat earlier. And oh yeah, Panda User, and shoutouts to all the Filipino players and the Singapore players as well. Let's keep playing this game. This game is fun.
Nice, and let's hear from Vexy first. Vexy, shoutouts on your side.
Shoutouts to Cow Level Gaming Fest for giving us a fun game. I mean, they gave their best, and it's nice to play against teams who try and take this game a little more serious. Like, I mean, we obviously want the community to grow bigger in terms of I wouldn't call this competitive, but maybe slightly more serious gaming. Where, I mean, all this draft and playing against teams like properly, it's fun to me. I mean, rather than just going in and playing first pubs, and there's no improvement there. Like, you don't get to improve your gameplay. So, yep. And to our fans and everybody who just watches this game, I mean, in general.
Okay, what about you, Ray? I know you got a lot to say.
Well, shoutouts to everybody, all the usual suspects, people at Asia Soft that's handling
this game in Asia. Jack Z, let me think. Synapse, Elementium, you, Jay, for casting, Epic Gaming TV. Thank you very much for having us
Yep.
on. And okay, please check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/teamcandysg. Right.
I have to put a link in the chat already so they can click there and support
Okay.
you guys.
We hope to see more like the formation of more SG teams and
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
the scene grows bigger. Like because if the scene doesn't grow, then no tournaments. No tournaments means no prize money. No prize money means no sponsors.
The sponsors mean no rice to eat. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I mean like you look at NA. There's like what, at least 30-40 teams. I mean, not all the best, yeah, but there's a lot, many teams. So I hope we can go to that size eventually, whole SEA region.
Right, fantastic. That's it. Any last shout outs from you guys? If not, then it's gonna be my turn. And to wrap up the show, first of
Oh, yeah.
all,
Oh.
yep, please carry on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Babel, of course, for hosting this show. Yeah, it's really good platform for Heroes of the Storm teams. So yeah, huge thank you to you. And I believe Panda User wants to give a shout out to Kalakayon. I think that that's his best friend, I believe.
Right. Panda user, I like to see him play Churn someday. Just because that's where the irony is supposed to go. But alright, so that's it. Thank you guys for being on the show. Thank you for the games today from both Cal Level Gaming from Philippines as well as Candy from Singapore. So far, it's looking like Candy is undefeated. They are 100% win ratio on screen time, and that's it. They are gonna take a break next week because we cannot have this steamroll go on forever, right? So we're gonna have Candy on a break next week. We're gonna try and get 2 different teams to be on the show. So if you want to be part of the show, all you need to do is just send us an email. The link is below the Twitch chat, or rather below the stream. There, you have it at the businessy stuff column there. And just send an email to epicgamingtvn@gmail.com. We'll schedule you for next week. Slots are still available. And really, this is just a very community-run event. It's not so much of a competitive tournament. It's really just about showcasing the teams, and we're just asking them, maybe through the podcast, you guys can learn about drafting a little bit better from Ray, and who is apparently a master at drafting so far. I haven't really seen someone who could really just rival his draft yet, but we'll see. Only time to tell. And if you are not part of this game and you'd like to join, please go to Ballad.net and opt in for the beta, as well as huge shout out to my family and girlfriend for being awesome support. She's also in the chat, by the way, so that's really, really nice of her. And also Jaxie for being here, as well as some of my AsiaSoft friends who do make an effort to check in with the community. Young Thurs there, as well as the rest of the crew, just to check in on the stream. Thank you guys for being here. Really happy. See you guys again next Friday for episode 3 in the Storm Halls. It's gonna be a hero showcase without Candy, so maybe someone else is gonna step up to the plate, but we'll see. So right, that's it. Have a great weekend, guys. It's turning late, and in case you're wondering where I'll be at JCube tomorrow for a Strife competition, so be there if you like Strife as well. And speaking about Strife, we're also going to announce the first ever Strife show for Southeast Asia, and in English, of course, and that's going to be launching on Tuesday. It's called Strife Smackdown. Same format as Heroes, but it's going to be BO3, and I think that Strife has got a new community. It's a new game. We've got a lot of teams there playing Strife as well, and it appeals to girls a lot more. So I'm just trying to, you understand me, right? So that's it. Have a great weekend, guys. See you guys again next Friday night for the Storm Halls. I am Babel, and joining me has been Cerebro from Call Level Gaming, Vexy, and Ray from Candy. See you guys.